Howdy, y'all.
Hi.
How's it going?
Welcome
Fix
to
table
our
already.
channel live stream.
Welcome to our humble abode, our channel. Welcome to our channel live stream. Yeah. All right, good to see everybody tonight. Seeing a bunch of familiar names in the chat. To Dave's point, on your way in, smash that thumbs up. It's free, y'all, and cheers.
It's free.
It's free, and it's a great way to help us out a little bit. And if you love the channel and you love what we're doing here, it'd be a huge help if you would hit that button, please. Steven's on it too. Hammer that like button before you get comfortable. Exactly.
Oh, what? I forgot to tell you something. We need to pin that comment.
Oh.
Sorry, guys. We're testing a new streaming platform.
Yes, we are testing a new streaming platform, and we do need to do that. So, let's see. I think I can just copy this.
Oh, perfect.
And then I can paste it there.
Oh, wait. You don't want that.
Oh, wait. Why did it do that? All right. We're going to get there,
Sorry, guys. Una momento.
Oh, I see what it did. I see what's going on here. All right.
You got it? You got it?
Yeah, there we go.
And then you can pin it.
Pin that message. So
nice.
We'll be doing a little giveaway tonight, a little raffle for some 13th Colony double oaked samples, batch 1, 2, and 3, 1 ounce samples of each of those. I believe we'll do 2 sets of those, and we'll also be doing a set of Russell's Reserve 15-year and Bardstown Discovery 12 as a head-to-head 1 ounce samples of both of those. And I think we'll probably do 2 winners for that as well. So we'll have 4 winners tonight.
That's a lot of winners.
Yes.
Do you want to put the ticker?
Hey, Jeff, thank you for subscribing. So we're using a new platform here for streaming, and we are trying to work with it.
Yeah.
And figure it out. And we did a little test stream yesterday. I did, and there were a lot of bugs, and I think I have all of them sorted out.
Well,
for the most part.
Yeah, the bugs are sorted out, but how smooth this is, we don't know.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll scroll up. We got a bunch of people in chat. Great to see the Schwartz is here. We got Tom Morrow from Limestone Farms in the house. We got some samples from Tom we're going to try tonight here at the top of the stream. Lots of familiar faces and names in chat. So great to see you all. Happy to see a lot of familiar faces of friends who are going to be joining us on some barrel picks, some Barrels for Hope stuff that I do as part of my charity organization, as well as, our stuff and whiskey picks that we have coming up as well. Justin Williams in the chat saying, I pity the fool that ain't tuned into this live stream. Me too, but they're not going to know that they're being pitied because they're not here. So,
Mama P in the house, Beth Porter.
Okay, hold on. Steven's saying no sound. Is that true? Okay, now Jamie's saying sounds good. Oh, hopefully the sound's all right. Oh, I didn't even check the mic settings. Okay, we're on auto adjust mic volume, which should be correct. That's when we tested yesterday. That was by far the best. By far the best.
Yep.
Man, it would be so cool if I could pin chat from chat, but I got to do it on the other one.
Yeah.
So we're going to scroll. We're not going to get too far behind here on chat saying hi to everybody, but we're seeing your names. We're seeing every one of you.
Thank you guys for coming.
Yeah. Dave has a good point here. He says, Mark, if you're in the Patreon at the $3 tier above, that gives you access to the Discord. There's a sample swap request thread. That's the best spot. Yeah. People are sharing all kinds of stuff over there. So, hey, we got the bourbon jerk. So
in it to win it.
Look at the way it pops up.
That's so cool. And so last night it had a sound, a really annoying sound that popped up. But Josh figured it out.
So this is not super chat based. I should have super chats turned off on the channel. So if you want to get in on this giveaway, there is a link down in the description.
And it is also a pinned comment up at the top of the chat.
In the chat. Yep. So yeah, that's what's going on tonight as far as the giveaway. I didn't put the Bardstown samples in here, but when I mentioned the giveaway, we'll just notate that it's going to also include, 4 winners, 1 ounce samples of everything, batches 1, 2, and 3 of 13 Colony double oaked. The second set of winners will be the Bardstown Discovery 12 versus Russell's Reserve 15, and they're going to be blind. You'll be single blind. You'll know what's in the sample jars, but you just won't know what's what. And
can you please get back to chat?
Yeah.
I don't know why you do.
So, all right. So sound is good.
Yep. Sound is
Bobby
good.
asked if we're going to be at Bruzelfest. We will not be at Bruzelfest, unfortunately. Wish we could go to all the things, but unfortunately, we cannot go to all the things.
Not enough time.
So, good stuff. And this is the way right here, guys. By the way, Mike Ackley on top of it. Cheers, everyone. S&W on the cell. Mets on TV. Multitasking with the best of them.
There you go.
Proud of you. I'm proud of you, Mike. That's awesome. All right. So we're going to do a couple things. I was warming up with, I don't know if you guys have any of these anymore, but the old Baker 7 small batches, 107 proof. I love these things. I like them a lot better than the single barrels, as much as I'm a single barrel fan.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that the older Bakers taste better, personally speaking.
Mm-hmm.
So I was warming up with that to make sure whiskey tastes like whiskey before we got into this.
Yeah.
So let's just see.
Is that what you had me taste? It tasted like whiskey.
Yeah.
It was good.
It's good. It was very good. But yeah, so tonight we're going to be doing a couple different things, and I'm going to be trying some technical things as we go through here.
Also, we should note that we are practicing having shorter live streams.
Yes.
Josh is practicing having shorter live streams.
Yes.
Because he's about to start a new work schedule that has him getting up at 3:30 in the morning. Yep. So we will have to cap our live streams at 9:30 Central Time at the latest, because pretty soon in October, Josh is going to have to get up at 3:30 a.m. after our live stream. So we will.
Yeah. And I have to, I'm starting this week. If you're new here and you didn't know, I drive for UPS.
Yeah.
Tractor trailer regionally, out and back in a day. But yeah, so I have to take an earlier schedule for the family. It's what's working out the best, and it's a big benefit schedule. Like, there's some benefits to this. Technically, it's a promotion, but it does mean I have to wake up at 3:30 in the morning. So I'm going to practice that this week, starting tomorrow, instead of doing it the first day I have to wake up and drive a truck.
Because that would be rough. Yeah.
So yeah, I already wake up at 5 a.m. So it's not the biggest adjustment, but hey, Jason's in for 10. Thank you so much. Got you in there. And as soon as you do that, I'm going to expand that banner a little bit because it's bumping the.
Yeah. I do think having it up a little bit longer is helpful.
Okay. Well, to do that, I got.
But it's okay. Maybe next time we can have that stay up a little bit longer, so that way I can see everything long enough to type everything.
Yeah. I may actually be able to do it now. By the way, if you don't have to be present to win, check the end of the stream. The last thing we're going to do on here in like the last 5 minutes is we'll do the giveaway, and whoever wins. Contact us at stuffandwhiskey@gmail.com. It's in the video description below. Just let us know your name. Let us know that it matches up.
Yep.
And it'll match up with your email and everything. And we'll make arrangements to have everything hand delivered to you via our private courier service. So I may be able to. I was going to try to see if I could fix that thing.
It's okay. We can do it next time. I don't want to miss anything.
Yeah, it's actually, now that I know how to do it, it's really easy to fix.
Sorry, guys. You're along for the ride. This is a little rough start. This is new. New technology is always kind of iffy.
Yeah.
Learning a new system. It's never as smooth as you want it to be, even though it's supposed to be.
All right. That should do it right there.
Okay.
So that wasn't bad at all.
Okay.
All right.
And then where did you say we could go back and see if we ever miss any?
It's in here as well. Somewhere in here in the save changes. I think there's a way that I can go. There's like an activity.
Okay.
Recent events. Here we go.
I want to make sure I've gotten everyone that's donated so far. So we got the Bourbon Jerk and Jason. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
I got y'all.
We're
good. We're good.
All right. This is going great already. I'm loving this. This is way better than how it went last night on the pop-up with our Patreon community. Or not actually push live to YouTube.
Accidentally. For like a hot second.
Should I put this in the middle of our heads here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that way, because I'm going to have to look at it and I'm going to have to see it and it'll be helpful.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like if we could move this screen down a little, because I am looking up. I'm going to have to be looking up all the time to make sure I don't miss the super chats. And I feel like it looks weird for me to always be looking up.
Hey. All right.
Oh, whoa.
SL/ID. If that was you, that's the way.
Was that a I hide my email address situation?
Maybe so. It says, thanks for the great content and in for $10.
Wow. I'm not sure who that is.
Yeah. We'll just say SLID.
Okay.
And we have the
$10?
full, $10. We have the whole thing in our.
We don't have the actual person's name.
In our background. Yeah. So if that was you, let us know.
Yeah, let us know in the chat if that was you, and I'll put your real name or whatever your handle.
Right. All right. So, yes, topics to cover on the personal front. We're going to be ending our streams at 9:30 from now on because I need to get up at 3:30 in the morning. What else do we need to cover? We do have some big channel news. It's related to the charity fundraiser. Super exciting stuff.
Yep.
Stay tuned for that near the end of this. There's going to be a lot of winners. There's a lot of awesome stuff up for grabs. I actually want to address some of the stuff that is going to be part of it very specifically in this stream, and also answer any questions that you guys might have on how that's going to work out.
Okay, that SI is Dave W.
Okay.
So I think, Dave, when you sign up, I think you can have the option to hide your email address. And when it does that, it usually routes things because you could do that like with Apple products.
So we're switching over, and you guys are probably going to see a lot of this. We're switching over to Streamlabs, or we're trying to at least.
We're trying to, yeah.
Streamlabs is just an online-based streaming solution. They also have a desktop version, but this is the online version, so we can have guests and everything on. Which is similar to the previous version we used. The previous version we used increased their rates for some of the lower tiers. We were already on the pro tier, so it actually didn't affect our rates at all. But we do these raffles and everything every live stream for the most part. And when you do that, the more we typically lean towards convenience, but what we're finding is that we know that you guys, we've actually had people address this with us, that they don't want their money going to Apple and YouTube
with all the fees,
or the Android, like Google apps, whatever. Mm-hmm. So when you super chat through a mobile device and not a desktop, Google or Apple take 30% of that right off the top. And then YouTube takes 30% of what's left. And it actually ends up only about 48% makes it to the people that you're giving that to. Which is crazy. So that's crazy.
So hence why we're switching platforms to see if this is
right. Also, we've
beneficial.
had a pressure point with our previous solution that we were using in that we could only have 9 additional people on screen, and we really need 11 for some of the virtual tastings that we do as part of our Patreon community. Yeah. And this solution supports 11 people in addition to our own feed. So that's a biggie.
Ooh, Hazy Davo. Hello from down under.
Hey, thanks for joining in.
I'm trying to get the Australian near.
All right.
I'm practicing that. Maybe I can get some pointers.
Yeah. Steven says 9:30 Eastern or Central
time.
So
we are on Central time.
Ending at 9:30 Central 10:30 Eastern, which
yes.
I think will probably be good for our Eastern people too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Respect them a little bit more with their bedtime.
Honestly, guys, it's gonna keep me more on track.
Hopefully. So, it's already 8:16.
Steven does have a good point. YouTube, Apple, and Google make enough money. They make their fair share.
They make a decent amount.
And I don't, when it comes to super chats and things, like, I know they're really convenient, but you still have to take the time to set them up on the front end.
Yeah.
If you've never done it before, this actually is a pretty easy solution. It just pops up a new window, and you can use PayPal or Venmo or, credit card or debit card or whatever. Like, you don't have any of those options with super chats. You just have to sign up for the system and pay through, that. So I think this is going to be a lot more flexible for a lot more people. And it's never really been about the money for us, but it's hard once you figure out what the percentages are. And thanks to some of you guys for bringing it to our attention, how much of an issue some of these fees are. So again, if we really, if it was all about the money, we would have been watching that a lot sooner, but it got brought to our attention and it's bothered me ever since.
Jay has already picked up that I have doubts on you being on track.
Yeah. Well, real quick, we've
right, Jay.
Mentioned our Patreon community a couple times. We haven't ever shouted out all of our Patreon members at once. Kind of a big announcement. at least our Patreon community already knows about this, but our table's a little crooked here. It's bothering me. But the we have enabled yearly memberships, annual memberships on Patreon, which is something that we've never enabled before our last live stream. And we've now enabled that, and there's a discounted rate if you sign up for an annual membership. And a lot of people have jumped on that, and they're very happy that that's, annual memberships are a thing now. We still have our regular monthly memberships and all that stuff, but I just wanted to take a second. We just wanted to take a second.
Yes.
And we wanted to shout out all of our Patreon members. I started making a list I always keep a list of new patrons to display at the beginning of every stream. And that got so long with people either jumping up in tears or signing up for annual memberships. I wanted to give all of them a shout out too.
Yeah.
So we're just going to shout out everybody. So as of this morning, when I did these slides, this is our Patreon community at a whole. So and just everybody that you're going to see on screen, a lot of these people are dear friends of ours. And it's really cool because a lot of people's names that you're going to see are also friends of other people whose name you're seeing. Yeah. So that's really cool. HL, thank you for subscribing.
Oh, awesome. Thanks.
So we've got our Whiskey with Us Plus patrons. These are our $100 patrons. It sounds like what it is, Whiskey with Us Plus. Like we do a lot of stuff with these guys and gals, some of the best people we've ever met, and feel lucky to call these people friends. So awesome people. We've got our Whiskey with Us patrons in the house as well. Love these guys. An awesome group of people. Going to get to see quite a few of these guys here in the coming weeks. Can't wait for that. Got our Whiskey with Friends Plus, and this is where you're still in the first tier of access to all our barrel picks that we release. But yeah, there's so many names on this list that have supported us for so long, almost since the beginning of our channel. And there's wonderful new people who have joined in over the last year or two, and just some of the best people you could ever hope to meet are in here. And we just
honestly, I feel like all of our patrons are some of the best people. We've got a really good Patreon community, very active on Discord. Everyone is just wanting to help each other, which honestly, I think that's what this hobby should be about. Just helping each other, having fun, having a good time, and sharing the love,
I agree. And these people definitely do that. I mean, there's literally people on Discord that are just giving away sample sets to people, giving away bottles to people.
Yeah.
People are sharing samples all the time, helping other people find bottles and everything. And all that goes down on Discord. But there's so much to this community that just makes us so thankful. And they make it, and their support makes it possible for us to do what we do.
I was going to say that we could not do our barrel picks without our Patreon community, truthfully.
Right.
Without our patrons, our barrel picks would not exist. So thank you all for helping bring that to the whiskey community, by being our patrons, you're helping us be able to do these barrel picks to bring them to you guys.
I don't think we could do the channel, to be honest with you. I don't think we could do the channel without the support of our Patreon
That's
community.
True.
Like they are the very best, the absolute very best.
Oh, Dave says this is his first live stream with us. Oh, welcome. Glad you're here.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you being here, man. Appreciate it very much. Yeah, it's crazy. Asian Oaks in for 15. Team S&W. There we go.
Michael. Okay, hold on.
That's where the sound would come in handy, but we don't want to inundate people with the sound.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a comment. Oh, can you go back?
Yeah, we're about to. I'm gonna shrink that just a little bitty bit.
I need to.
All right.
Not Aged Oak. Someone asked about do you need to sign up to donate through Streamlabs? No. So Streamlabs is what we will be using for our regular, what used to be Super Chats, our regular live stream donation platform will be Streamlabs. The charity fundraiser is strictly through GoFundMe. And we will have the links to that active when the link becomes active. So charity fundraiser is strictly through GoFundMe. That is how the best legal tax purposes way to for us to not touch the donation, charity money, and it goes straight to our charity. So
it also reduces all the processing fees and everything. It just goes straight into GoFundMe and straight to To Write Love on Her Arms, the charity organization we support.
So that will be a different link that will pop up. I mean, You'll trust me, you'll hear about it. We'll probably have it on everything that we can.
Oh yeah, I'll be posting about it on the community tab.
Yeah,
you're gonna hear about it. Nathan Tuck says, "Crazy how this channel took off. I remember the humble beginnings."
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
you've been with us for a long time, Nathan.
Yeah,
appreciate it. We still got that thing you made, the mailbox thing. It's right there.
Yep.
As soon as you walk in the garage, it's right there. So appreciate you, brother.
All right, so let's start drinking some of this whiskey.
So as we get into this, let's go ahead and show. This is one thing I'm actually kind of excited about. So there's going to be a little bit of a run of show thing. So
are you going to try this?
I'm going to try it. So we're going to get into our Limestone Farms tasting.
Okay.
And we have 4 samples here from Tom that he sent, and these are from Limestone Farms, Kentucky Distillery in Georgetown. And yeah, these should be fun to taste through. So go ahead and start, and we're just going to share glasses. So this is first up is the Bloodlines. It's a blend of 6 and 9 year barrels in the mid 90s. This one is 95 proof, 78 corn, 13% rye, 9% malted barley.
Came out a little too fast.
Did you have a miss sip?
That tastes like Mother Earth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Earthy.
Yeah.
Sticking to the glass pretty nicely.
Yeah, I need a second sip though.
Yeah, you can't trust that first sip. Let me get into this while you're checking it
it's
out.
a little bit sweeter on the second sip, but like that first sip was super earthy, which I love an earthy pour. I think some people who don't like earthy pours, that may not be for them, but I can appreciate that.
We'll see, because earthy pours aren't usually my favorite profile.
Yeah. It's definitely a mood pour, that one, for me, because even though I like earthy pours, it's very earthy. It's like fresh earthy, like fresh cut grass. So it's a pleasant one.
So what's interesting to me is that on the nose, I know this is mid 90s proof. I know this is 95 proof. It's coming across more aromatic than most 95 proofers.
Okay, so the finish is, I would say, above 90 proof.
Yeah.
95, you said?
Yep, 95 on the dot.
I think the finish is pretty good. I would say it's like 100, 105. I'd say it drinks about 10 proof points higher than it is.
HL says, "Love the double blinds. Thanks for the effort that goes into making this content." Thank you for being appreciative of it, man. We
appreciate your appreciation.
Yeah, it is a lot of work that goes into it, but it's a lot of fun too. It's definitely a passion project for us. One of the best names on here, Leonard Skinner, says, "I love that you guys support mental health." Yeah, and we'll talk about it more on the actual live stream, but yeah,
they're a good charity. Scott S says, "Old memories, reviews from the kitchen."
Yeah, that was the OG days.
Oh man, our kitchen. I'm glad I have our kitchen back.
Maybe we'll do one of those again at some point in time.
The setup would be horrendous.
It would be a nightmare.
We don't have any of the equipment for that setup anymore.
No. Brandon did ask, "Somebody have tips on Streamlab? Having trouble donating." Check. It should be pretty straightforward with PayPal, Venmo, or a card, but I did notice that when we were trying to do some testing yesterday, the name, like the way you put your name in there, like sometimes if there's a space between your name or something, it comes across weird.
Yeah.
Like I was having some things with it, but most of the time, I played around with it, and I
found that if I put my name in and then I put in all the other information and then I went back and took out my name and put my name back in, it worked. That's bizarre. I don't think it shouldn't be like that, but it worked for me. So maybe try that.
Yeah, this is kind of earthy. This is on the palate.
Yeah.
It's kind of coming through with like.
Are these all 95 proof?
No, these other ones are in the teens.
Okay.
Oh, it's kind of got like a juicy finish to it. Don't start talking about that one before I finish talking about this one. You're starting confusing people in chat.
I haven't talked about it yet.
Okay.
I was just asking.
But you shotgun stuff off of like commentary, and I want to wrap this glass up before we move on to the next one. Okay. See, you do your best processes for flights and stuff, which is fine if we're not talking about the pours. But if we're talking to our lovely people here about the pours, then we don't want to start confusing people if you're commenting.
I literally have not said a word about it.
Okay.
You've taken 90 seconds to reprimand me on something I haven't even done.
Trail Nation in the house, been watching your lives for some time, and the best down to earth review videos. Keep them coming. $25 got you in for 5, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And the Bourbon Jerk asks, Tom Morrow, never heard of Limestone Farms, new? Yeah, Tom can speak to that more, but fairly new. But they were like the the main partner at Bourbon on the Banks, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Which is like a pretty big festival. So they're out there making a name for themselves. They're gonna. I think Tom can answer this, but I think they're gonna be distilling, doing some NDP work, some blending, all the sort of stuff they're doing.
So do you have any final thoughts on that first one? What are your thoughts on the earthiness?
Yeah, it's like there's almost like it's a nuttiness, kind of like a honey roasted peanut nuttiness.
Oh, interesting.
I am getting some sweetness there, like a caramel, brown sugar type of sweetness. I think if like personal preference, I wish there was like a little bit more vanilla in the glass. That's just a personal flavor profile preference. But I am getting some sweetness that came in on subsequent sips that wasn't there on the very first sip. So yeah, I like that. That's, to me, 95 proof's not always what I reach for.
Yeah.
But like for like a good 95 proofer that's not flatlined, so many 95 proofers are just flatline pours. That actually does have some stuff going on with it. So I'm happy to see that. And that's a blended product. I mean, some of these we're going to taste are, I think at least one of them is a single barrel, maybe. Actually, I might be wrong on that. I think these are all batch. So these are all going to be blended.
Okay.
But like that's, testament to them for blending.
Yeah.
With that, All right.
Also, I think I got that wrong. The name.
It's Trail Nation.
Yeah, that's what
you misspelled.
That's why I need that to stay up long enough, because if I'm not familiar.
If you need to check, we can just check right over
here. With the names.
Look at this. Look at that right there.
Okay.
We got a running list. All right. So what do you think about the second one?
I liked it. It was.
Did you like it better than the first one?
I did. Yeah. It was quite tasty.
So this is the select batch. This is not 7 and 9 or 6 and 9 year barrels blended. This is 6 to 9 year barrels. So
okay. It's good.
This one, it says this is 111 proof. And again, the same 78 corn, 13 rye, 9% malted barley mash bill.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. It has it still has a slight earthiness to it, but very slight, and it's got some sweetness. I liked it. It was pleasant. And the finish is nice. The finish on the 95 proof, this first one, was also very nice, especially considering it was sub 100 proof. I was surprised to hear that.
Yeah. Interesting. To me, this has got definitely more. This does kind of remind me. It reminds me of like a kind of a more cinnamon spice forward version of like a Baker's
cinnamon
7.
May I taste it again? I wasn't getting cinnamon.
Yeah, like a cinnamon broom or something. Like a really nice type of cinnamon. I'm not big on that candy cinnamon taste, personally speaking. This is more like the actual.
This might be like hints, very slight hints though. It's not. I did not pick up on cinnamon.
Ken in the house saying cheers from LaGrange.
Nice.
Must have been home in that Texas town.
Oh my gosh.
In the shack outside LaGrange. You know what I'm talking about.
No. I don't.
Just let me know. Okay, I'll stop.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry, guys. YouTube channel On the Barrel with Dustin and Kaylin did a review on these a week or two ago. They love them. Well, just to let you guys know, we will be having On the Barrel on the channel.
What?
On October, I think it's October the 20th.
Something.
I'm going to send them some fun samples, blind, of course.
Of course, because that's how we do.
Yeah. All I'm going to say is that I think it's stuff they haven't tried before. I think. But we shall see.
Yeah.
But yeah, love On the Barrel. They are awesome.
All right. I'm going to start smelling this. What?
Ogie knows what's up.
Oh, I don't know that song.
Hey, we got some ZZ Top fans in the house. They do got a lot of nice women down there. At least that's what I heard.
I was like, how would you know?
It's the way the song goes. I mean, that's what he says. But yeah, I think that second one to me, I do prefer it to the first one.
Yeah.
Not as much as I thought I would based on the proof, but
interesting. This third one for me, it's a higher proof, but the finish is not as long.
Yeah. So the third one is same mash bill, just 9 years old. So older. Sometimes that means longer finish. Sometimes that makes things more relaxed.
Okay, wait. That second sip. I needed that second sip.
No apology for ZZ Tops. Oh, I would love to have seen them. I would love to have seen them in concert. I bet it was great. With Leonard Skinner oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
That's like a dream concert for me. I love ZZ Tops. That's what I grew up on.
Yeah, so I'm not super familiar with ZZ Top music. Like I've heard some songs, but like that I didn't grow up around that. My parents didn't listen to that. They listened to Christian music. My dad listened to a Christian rock band called Petra. They were trying to be like 70s rock, but like Christian, and so it wasn't as good.
Donnie, don't Venmo us directly. It is in the video description. Don't do that quite yet.
Why did you put it in the description?
Well, it's always in our description.
Oh.
Try to do it through Streamlabs. We're trying.
If you can, because it gets confusing for me to check multiple platforms, and I will miss somebody.
Like we have a tally right here.
Oh, Michael Ackley. See, we didn't even see him.
And JG's in here as well.
Oh my gosh, got y'all.
And Brandon and Mary. So we must have been looking somewhere else, and those didn't pop up on screen. Or those had to have popped up on screen.
Okay, I need you to go back to that.
Okay.
And drink and talk while I get these people in. So we got Trail Nation was the last one. Okay, Michael S., Brandon and Mary, JG, and Michael Ackley. I'm gonna get all y'all right now. Right meow.
Let me do this. Let me pop this out over here.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna make this like this.
What are you doing?
And I'm gonna put this like that. And I'm gonna do that like that. Ha ha.
Okay.
So now you can see it right there.
It would be helpful if you put it over here.
We're right here, and chat's right here. I can't put it over top of our chat.
Well, why don't you move us over?
Because we're looking at chat. I'm looking at chat right here.
Okay. So I'm going to be looking all this way. It's hard for me to see. Can you make that bigger?
How do you make things bigger on font wise? Is it
Option plus or Control plus?
No.
There. Okay. Thank you.
There we go.
Okay.
Getting there, you guys. So it seems to be working for people. It might take a little finagling, but hey, what doesn't take a little finagling these days? Am I right? All right. You tried the third one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's good. I don't know. Like I'm not ranking them.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, we're not ranking these.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I still might like the second one better though, but it's pretty close. It's pretty good. It's pretty consistently whiskey, like what you would expect.
Yeah.
In a good way.
Okay.
Not in a bad way.
I see what you mean about the finish. To me, this is more preferential though.
In what way?
It's more cohesive.
Okay.
And I actually am getting a really great finish on this.
I did get a good finish the second sip. For maybe the first sip was
something maybe
not
quite right for you there. Steven said, "You go crazy over a sharp dressed Josh." Because every girl's crazy about a sharp dress man.
I do know that song. I'm not familiar with it where I could sing the lyrics, but I have heard it. Yeah. Oh, whoa, Jason. Oh my gosh.
Jason, man. Did we miss that popping up on stream?
I think it just happened. Cheers.
Maybe, are we even ahead? There's no way this is ahead of the stream. Wow, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Jason
thank
Zell
you.
coming in with the $100 super chat.
Oh my gosh.
That is so many entries.
My brain just exploded.
That is
that's a lot of entries.
Incredibly generous. Thank you, man. Thank you so much.
I hope you better
and look, these it's a good way for, I say this every time, but I say it because I mean it. We would share our whiskey with all of y'all if we could.
Mm-hmm.
We just don't have the ability to share it with everyone because whiskey doesn't work that way. It's a finite resource. This is a fun way for us to share it with some of you guys. And, it also helps support the channel a ton.
James says Aaron belting out some Petra and Stephen Curtis Chapman would be amazing. I loved Stephen Curtis Chapman and Michael W. Smith. I had a huge crush on Michael W. Smith. He had those blue eyes and that scruffy beard, which, I ended up marrying someone with blue eyes and a scruffy beard. I may have a type.
John's onto something here. Josh in his UPS uniform.
Yeah.
And
I've
Michael
seen
says,
it. Can't confirm. It's great.
Thank you, Mike, for verifying. They're popping up on the middle top of our screen. Yeah.
Yep.
And that's where they are on our screen too.
I think it's just I'm not used to paying attention to that.
Yeah.
I'm used to paying attention to the chat.
We're looking
so that's
all over the place.
I'm gonna have to be looking at us, and because we are up high, my line of sight will be up high.
Here's what I'm gonna do. We can do it live, y'all. I'm gonna move this down here. This is where we had it yesterday when we were trying it.
Okay.
And I think it worked better because if we're looking at chat over here,
we can see it.
Then it's going to hit our peripheral.
Yep.
Whereas if they're up high,
perfect,
we're going to miss out on it a little bit.
Okay.
Also, I'm going to change the timer on that just a smidge too. Where did you got to be kidding me. There's no way in the world I close that tab.
Do it later, love.
No, it's super easy to do.
You're probably missing, like, as you go back and forth between these screens, we might be missing something right now.
Well, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fix it to where things stay on the screen a little bit longer.
Okay.
Just a little bit
longer. So, what are your thoughts on this third pour while I start the fourth? Oh, I think you're going to like the fourth one.
Okay.
Just on the nose. I haven't sipped it yet.
Oh, speaking of concerts, as we get into all this, we went to, do you guys know who Nico Moon is? I'm asking legitimately because I had no clue.
Up until the other day, I hadn't heard of him either because we don't listen to country.
I don't listen to the radio at all.
You don't listen to the radio at all. I don't listen to country.
I don't listen to country radio. Definitely not. I'm not a big fan of modern country. I like the kind of country was dead to me after like the early 2000s. Now it just seems like straight up pop.
Ooh.
Hey, Donnie Bertrand in with 10. Thank you so much. You know what I'm going to do real quick?
What?
I'm going to increase that font size.
Okay.
So that it's larger.
Also, if people leave a message, we have to make sure we can see the message.
It will.
Okay. That fourth one is the best.
Okay.
It's so good.
The fourth one is quite unique. I'll tell you that much.
What is it?
I actually had concerns about this one.
I
to be honest with you.
love it.
So the last one, by the way, I think these first three, they definitely taste similar. They're just variations on the theme. You're starting it's a perfect progression of this is like a small batch, probably majority 6-year, and it comes across kind of lively like that, but it's got some richness for being probably mostly 6-year, and that probably comes from the 9-year that's in the blend. The second one right here, 6 to 9-year blend, it's coming through and it's more proofy. It's got more pop on the palate. The third one, all 9-year, definitely comes across more well-rounded, like an older bourbon.
I agree.
And I really like the third one. I'm going to get into the fourth one. It's wild.
I like
Tom just shared it. I'm glad he did because this is important.
It doesn't taste wild. It tastes good.
It's their private stock. 70% corn, 10% honey malted wheat, 10% honey malted barley, and 10% distiller's malt.
What's distiller's malt?
Distiller's malted barley. I don't even know what distiller's malted barley is.
That's crazy. I love that one. That one's very good. It's sweet without being too sweet. Like for me, if I have something that's sweet, I only could take a few sips and then I'm sick. But that tastes very good. I would like another sip of that. What do you think?
Yeah, it's good. I don't know if I like it better than the third one. Okay. It's good though.
I love it.
It's very, to me, honey's like I'm not saying this because it's got honey malted wheat and honey malted barley in it. Honey is the predominant flavor there.
I don't know if I agree. I'm not gonna
like a clover honey.
Maybe. I like it. I think it's delicious. I like them all, honestly, but I do think you're right. I think the first three, it shows a progression. Like this one's a little bit more rowdy, in my opinion, and it gets more like I feel like this is rowdier, a little more mature, a little more mature. Like as you grow up, you like get more boring, but not boring, not boring. Balanced.
So
you find more balance in your life.
The bloodlines is like a playful puppy. The select batch is like a 2-year-old dog that's had some training, but he's still got a lot of liveliness to him. The small batch is like the 9-year-old dog that's just chilling because he's got that age. He's just chilling in the sun by the back door.
Reliable.
And then the private stock is just, it's something, it ain't even a dog. It's something different. or a different breed of dog or something.
It's good. I like it.
Yeah.
These are delicious. Thanks, Tom, for sending these.
Prices are up there. I mean, it's NDP and it's a craft distillery as well. So they're working on a lot of stuff. You're going to pay for these. I think it's $80 for the bloodlines, $100 for the select batch, $140 for the small batch, and then $190 for this wild honey malted situation.
That's expensive. I might need to just keep this sample over here for later.
They are up there.
Yeah.
Keep your eyes peeled for them. If you get a chance to taste them, would love to hear what you think about them. But yeah.
Do you
very cool samples to try. Thank you, Tom.
Do you happen to have your chapstick on you?
I do.
My lips are parched. May I use some?
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, give me a moment. Por favor.
Oh, so right, I don't think a lot of people have heard of Nico Moon. It's a guy.
It's a guy. It's a band. He's got a band.
Well, it's him with his band.
Yeah.
Like he has two guys that play with him. And what would you call it? It's country. I think it's classified as country, but he came like Bob.
It's like pop country, kind of.
Bob Dylan? No. No. Not
it's
Bob Dylan.
It's kind of pop country.
What's the vibe?
Kind of. He definitely is pulling some inspiration from Jimmy Buffett. He's pulling some inspiration from who's the other person you said?
I said it was like Jimmy Buffett and Jack Johnson.
Yeah.
Because it was kind of like that happy beachy vibe with chill California vibe.
But then he also has some country infused in there as well. So that To Write Love on Her Arms was in town, and Nico Moon is a apparently very large artist who he was in town playing at the Ryman.
He has a charity that he has that To Write Love on Her Arms is one of the charities that his charity donates
supports,
to.
Yes.
Yeah.
So because of that, he gave To Write Love on Her Arms, gave them some passes to come to the show on Saturday or Friday at the Ryman. And so
they invited us.
A couple people
which was so kind of them.
Yeah. Like the person who started To Write Love, his sister, who now is kind of the boss at To Write Love, her and then their kind of accounts director were there, and
we work closely
with. And they had a couple other tickets, and they invited us to come out with them. And
it was fun. I had never heard any of his songs before, and I thoroughly enjoyed myself.
It was good,
like the entire time. I
don't know that I'm going to listen to the music by myself, but if I were on a boat, that would be the music you would want to have playing. Like, that's what you want.
It's pontoon boat music.
You're at a beach house. You're on a pontoon boat.
Yeah,
that is your music. The live show was great. The drummer, he had to have had like some type of like metal or punk, some kind of rock background. He was absolutely.
You were enamored with the drummer.
Going bonkers, and I loved it. Yeah. I absolutely loved it.
All right.
Also,
you have to practice taking the tabs away. The Limestone Farms we finished.
Yes. Oh wait, no, we're doing the Discovery 12 next.
Okay.
So
also I want you to take note of the time.
Yes.
Okay.
We got it. We've only got 2 more things to do.
I know. We're just practicing.
Yeah.
Y'all, we're practicing. Practice makes perfect.
This is good.
Yes, because...
Go ahead and read it so people know what you're saying if they're not watching.
Erin's using Josh's chapstick, but complained about him sipping from her glass in a blind. Yeah, because he's drinking my whiskey in a blind. It's not germs. I don't care about his germs. I just don't want him drinking my stuff, taking my things. I'm very self-preservation. Like, don't take my things.
Very self-preservation. Oh, Brandon has a good question. He said, what do you think of Carrie Underwood's duet with Papa Roach? I was definitely a big Papa Roach fan back in the day. Can't say I listen to much of Carrie's music, but I have not heard that song. I will check it out. I do want to say the opening act for Nico Moon had some very heavy Carrie Underwood vibes, but boy, she was
very good. And I felt really bad because everyone was like talking, and like I had a hard time understanding her and hearing her because she was the opener and they just didn't have respect for her, which was unfortunate because she was great. I don't remember her name though.
I was trying to find it real quick because she's worth mentioning.
She just put out her first album, so she's brand new.
She's absolutely worth mentioning. She has got a crazy
voice. Was it like
voice.
Crystal something?
Samantha, Sarah.
Okay, we need to.
If you like country and you like female singers, like you should absolutely be checking her out. Oh, you know what I could just do?
Sophia Scott.
Crazy talented.
She was very good.
Crazy
and I
talented.
was like really wanting to shush everybody that was talking because they were being rude and it was making me mad.
Yeah. I will say, by the way, this country rock mashup, I've recently found the band Bill Murray, not like the actor. It's Bilmuri. This guy's very eclectic. He's all over the place. Oh, look at that. Look at that. We got one in there. Okay. Rick, thank you so much.
Okay, focus.
Thanks. Rick says, thanks for being yourselves.
Oh, thanks, Rick.
Thank you so much.
Finish your story. Don't get distracted.
But, well, I didn't want to miss it.
Okay.
But the Bill Murray it's more of like hard rock or like even metalcore guitar riffs, but like over country with country guitar as well. I love it. It's so happy. It makes me so happy.
It makes you happy.
Yes. So Bill Murray is like, Murray.
It's all one word?
Yeah. Okay. It's all one word. I put it in chat, and he don't listen to older music. It's like he's finding himself, but the album American Motorsports, awesome.
Okay.
Absolutely awesome. So, all right, what we have in front of us here is we have a blind of Russell's Reserve 15 versus Bardstown Discovery 12.
Okay.
And we're doing
Russell's,
this.
Wait, 13?
15.
15.
We're doing this because Russell's 15 is a pour that I absolutely love.
Yeah.
You do like it.
I do.
But not as much as I do.
Yeah.
Bardstown Discovery 12 is a lot of people are talking. A lot of people compared Bardstown Discovery Series number 11 to Russell's 13.
Okay.
And Bardstown Discovery Series 12 is definitely darker and richer and better to me. And it reminds me more of like a Russell's 15 than a Russell's 13.
Okay.
So I thought we could just drink Bardstown Discovery 12, but instead, let's do it blind against Russell's 15 and see which one you prefer. And then I'll do it.
I'm done. Easy.
Easy peasy?
Yep.
All right. Do you have anything to say about either glass without saying?
Not yet. I want you to drink and get your thoughts first. And then I might have to re-sip to react. Like, I have a winner, but I don't have like notes specifically.
So these are close in proof. We got 117 proof versus 115 proof. 117 for the Russell's 15, 115 for the Bardstown. Randy coming in, the doer of stuff, $25. Thank you so much,
Thank
brother.
You, Randy.
Appreciate it.
Got you down. I'm just gonna put his name.
And if you win, I'm delivering these
because I know who he is, Randy.
All right.
Having it down by the chat is much better.
Yeah. I can even move it down. I just don't
No, that's fine.
I don't want it to be... I want to increase the size of the text.
No, it's okay. It's all right.
All right. I did it.
I did it.
I did it.
Oh, perfect.
All right.
Don't hide it too much because we want to... If they leave a chat, remember?
Yeah.
We have to see. Okay.
All right.
Perfect.
So on the nose... to me, there's one that's better than the other, but they are closer than I would have ever imagined that they would be.
Well, I will say they are both good.
They both smell phenomenal.
The purpose of this is to pick our favorite, so I have a favorite.
Yeah.
But they're both good. I wouldn't be mad at either one of them. If someone was like, here, drink this, I would be okay with it.
And this is why this is interesting, because there is a lot of 14-year-old Wild Turkey in the Discovery 12, which is only 1 year off of the Russell's 15.
Interesting.
Yeah. Which is why a lot of people were comparing Russell's or Discovery Series 11 to Russell's 13, because that had a lot of 13-year-old Wild Turkey sourced in it as well.
Okay. Is it mixed with other things, or is it all turkey products, the disco? Like
it's mixed with other stuff.
Okay. I'm not... I figured they blended it, but again, I don't follow up. I don't follow that. Mark said, gotta go. Appreciate you too. Cheers. Bye, Mark. Thanks for watching.
Cheers, my friend.
Someone else.
Have a great night.
Someone else said they had to leave too, and I missed it.
This is pretty easy.
Okay, which I want to see which one yours is pretty easy, because mine was also pretty easy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and say this now. These are comparable in the sense that one of these is an incredibly hard to get bottle that's $250 that goes for, almost double that. And the other is something you can probably find on the shelf for 150 to 160 bucks.
Okay.
If you can't find Russell's 15, get Bardstown Discovery Series 12. It's very good. I'm just going to say that right now.
Okay. Which one's your favorite?
Let me go back just to confirm. Okay. I don't want to jump the gun.
Okay. Oh, Michael S. Testing to see if Aaron's eyes can read this. I can. Very barely. Very barely.
The message part is is quite small, but we can increase that.
Or you can increase just the message?
I can increase everything.
Whoa. TMI. Okay, I got you, Michael. Thank you for the test. Appreciate it. Font size for the message. Okay, don't have it too big because we don't want it to run off the screen.
Right. Let me drop the weight a little bit. I can't drop the weight. Okay.
Save the settings, and we'll see what happens with the next.
Settings successfully updated.
Oh,
hey, Lance in for 25. Thank you so much.
Did we miss anyone else?
Nope. You can see the running log over here.
That's right.
Actually, it's almost easier because you can see the running log. Like you couldn't do that in the old streaming software. Like
we would have.
You didn't have an aggregate pool.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually really helpful. There's some things I like about this. There's some things I don't.
Okay, so which one was your easy winner? Right. I want you to tell me which one yours.
Okay, we're gonna do like rock paper scissors, shoot. But you don't go dun dun dun. You go dun dun dun
shoot.
Dun. Yeah.
And we'll do like 1 or 2.
Right. This is glass one. This is glass two.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Glass one.
The first one. This one.
Now, hang on. Before we find out what glass one is, why is it your favorite over glass two?
It's dark and
rich,
good and rich and just all the things. And this one has those characteristics. It's just not as dark and not as rich and not as all the things. But like this is, I feel like when you want a concentration, my balls see everything. Yeah. Yeah.
Aaron's balls see everything.
If you know,
you will get this.
If you know, you know.
Yeah. One just has something else to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's darker, it's richer. It's got an older oak profile to it.
Sweeter without being sugarier.
Yeah.
That makes sense. It's like the other one's maybe a little bit more drying. Just in comparison, not, I wouldn't call it a dry pour. I'm saying in comparison to this, it's slightly more drying.
It almost has like what was that?
It was my computer. I got an email at my college email.
Oh, that's almost like a fig. There's almost like a fig date type of thing going on in the second glass for the fruit note. And then there's just like heavy caramel, heavy oak.
Yeah, that second one's more drying.
Glass number 2, fig date, heavy caramel, heavy oak, solid big vanilla throughout as well.
I'm curious to see
the first glass smells like a bowl of fruit. Like it's got a lot of the same notes. It's got the fig, it's got the date, but it adds in some like blueberries and blackberries.
And then some midnight.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like that's like a drink you drink in the dark. It's a dark time drink.
Dark time. Wow. It's after hours. Whiskey after dark.
Yeah.
All right. We both prefer glass one. Mm-hmm. Glass one is.
What is it?
Are you serious?
What is it?
That's the Bardstown Discovery Series 12.
Oh, wow. Were you thinking it was the
I thought it
Russells?
had to be the Russells.
Wow. Dang. All right. Get on with your bad self, Bardstown. Good on you. That's delicious. I think what's the price on that?
How do we end the stream? What's
the price on it?
Wow.
And is it available like outside of the Bardstown distillery?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know.
Now Bardstown did get wise. They got smart, and they made less of this than any other discovery beforehand.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Ooh, Jay's got it. Lights out whiskey. There we go. Yeah, dude. I thought it was a foregone conclusion that glass one was the Russell's 15 because that blueberry blackberry note is something I only get on a few pours, and I get that on Russell's 15.
Did you get that because you thought that what you were drinking Russell's 15?
No.
Because you didn't say anything about that on the actual Russell's 15.
I know. I wonder if it's because we started with the Bardstown and then came over to this.
Maybe.
Now that I'm smelling this and know what it is, I get that note that I get.
Of course, because that's what you get when you know what you're drinking.
And Dave is saying, and that's a fresh crack on the 12. That's crazy, man. Posey's saying, ain't no way. Blinds don't lie. Blinds don't lie, brother.
Blinds don't lie.
I might need a backup of Bardstown 12.
It's pretty good. Not gonna lie.
All right, now that I know what they are, I'm gonna take some sips of these. That's crazy. All right, let's talk about Bardstown 12 real quick. So what we know about Russell's 15 is that it is a 15 and 16 year blend of barrels. It's an absolutely amazing bottle of whiskey. Bardstown Series 12 is almost 50% 14-year-old wild turkey.
Okay.
Then they have alleged wild turkey. Let's just go ahead and say that.
What do you mean?
These aren't confirmed. They just tell you the mash bill.
Oh, so it's a mash bill that's consistent with wild turkey.
We know what they are.
Okay.
We know what they are.
Well, let's say alleged, just to protect yourself.
Yes.
Protective language.
So 48% is 14-year wild turkey. 29% is 10-year, essentially Elijah Craig barrel proof.
Okay.
And then 15% is 10-year Jim Beam.
Potentially.
Allegedly Jim Beam, 78 corn, 13 rye, 9% malted barley. And then 8%, small percentage, is 6-year Bardstown Bourbon Company 4-grain.
Oh,
which is
interesting.
Crazy.
Wow, I did not pick up any
funk or weirdness or anything.
Not at all. Granted, it's 8%, so it's very minimal, but
I think that's where that brighter fruit note's coming, but it's still got the depth and the richness too.
Mm-hmm.
And the finish, honestly, like the finish.
Oh, that's my nighttime alarm telling me that it's 9 o'clock. It's time to start my nighttime routine.
Yeah, we've been trying to go to bed at 9:30 to get used to my waking up at 3:30 a.m. schedule. Like I need 6 hours at minimum, really.
Mm-hmm.
But on my new schedule that starts not this week but next week, it is a Tuesday through Saturday schedule. So I got to work on Saturdays. I got to wake up at 3:30 in the morning to go into work on Saturdays and work for 12 hours. So
it's okay. It's all good.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. So that was surprising.
That's crazy.
To say the least, that flight.
I literally thought it was a foregone conclusion that the first glass was like, and I know I didn't pour them wrong. I know I didn't pour them wrong.
I think the Disco 12 is pretty good. That is my final answer.
I'm drinking the Russells right now. I got the fig, I got the date. Now I'm getting the blueberry. Now that I know what it is, that note that I attribute to blueberry, I'm getting it. But without knowing it was Russell's, I was attributing it to a little bit of like a figgy type of note. Like a kind of a fig paste.
Sorry, I gotta move this.
That's crazy, man.
No, don't put it so far close to the edge.
That's blowing me away.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna take another sip of Disco 12 real quick. Now that we know what they are.
Okay.
So I tasted the turkey. I tasted Russell's 15 just now. It's got the bright sweetness. It's got the dark oak and all that stuff. They both got a ton of oak on them. I mean, just being totally honest. Man, I think there's something that's going on with the inclusion of the ECBP and the beam and that. I mean, the other elements that are in the blend that are just.
It's a great blend.
They did a fantastic job blending this.
It's a great blend, yep.
I mean, the nose. Wait.
Is your brain not computing right now? Yeah.
Hats off to you, Bardstown Bourbon Company. Fun fact, our logo for our channel and some of our branding and stuff was inspired by Bardstown Bourbon Company. We tried to do it in our own way.
Yeah, Bardstown Bourbon Company, and then also there's a local hotel here in Nashville called the Noel Hotel that we used as inspiration as well for our logo. And the general vibe.
Man, I know what they are now, and I'm sticking to my guns here.
Yeah.
Bardstown Discovery Series 12 is bonkers. It is dark and rich. Now that I know what it is, you could say that some of that is maybe almost too much oak, or maybe the inclusion of that.
No, it's less. It's good.
It's sweet. It's dark. What I'm reading is oak. You could read as nuttiness a little bit, because like now I know it's Elijah Craig and
you're backpedaling, and I'm not going to let you do that. What you said, just disregard what he just said. Fake news.
To be fair, customer says, unfortunately, Bardstown is not available in my state. Two solutions for that. Number one, online retailers should have this in. Like, they're like shared pour, seal box. There's going to be a demand for it for sure, but it's going to be out there. In addition to that, I mean, if over on our Discord, like, we got people can find you. Like, literally, Stephen Waltz was at a store today and like was asking people, like,
don't put him on blast.
I'm not. He was just offering up. He was in the moment. He was in a store, and he was like, "Hey, I'm here. There's Bardstown Discovery Series 12s. Anybody want one? I'll buy them and ship them." And like, people are taking care of people. So that's what we do.
That's the kind of community that we have.
That's what we do.
It's great.
People taking care of people. That's what it's all about. So, all right.
Please stop moving my glass. I have it where I want it. Oh my gosh.
I almost did it again, but I'm not trying to get into that on the stream.
I have the things where I want the things. Do not move my things.
Okay. Hey, we got Rarebird 101 in the house. Cheers, y'all.
Hey.
DJ, have you tried? I'm assuming you've tried Bardstown Discovery Series 12, and if you have, I would love to know what you think about it. Very shocking little single blind here that we just did. And by the way, if you guys are watching and you weren't here for the start of the stream when I was talking about it, this little raffle thing going on right here for batch 1, 2, and 3 of the 13th Colony Double Oaked, which is what we're about to get into right now. Blind, of course. If you weren't here, two people are going to win. 2 people are going to win this 1 ounce samples of each, of blind.
Batch 1, 2, and 3.
Right.
1 ounce samples of each.
Yep. And then 2 people are going to win 1 ounce samples of Russell's 15 and Bardstown Discovery 12, also blind. So we're going to have 4 winners tonight. If you want in on that.
Oh,
check
Bardstown the Disco 12, you're going to give samples away? I just caught that.
Yes. Check the link. That's at the top.
Y'all want in on that.
At the top. It's pinned in chat. It's also at the top of the video description, or the live stream. The live stream description, not subscription. Brain just short-circuited on me there. All right. Let me try to get caught up here. All right. How are we? What happened here? How did I go? Did I scroll back on accident?
Way up somehow.
All right. I'm going to have to just scroll. Like, somehow I ended up like 20 minutes ago. Okay. So Dave's saying, loved Disco 12. Just wrote it up for Patreon recently. Not as impressive as Disco 4, but it's very close. That's very interesting. 3 and 4, 2, 3, and 4 were so lights out good. I don't have any more of any of those to compare it. But 12 to me, 12, 4, and 3 are my top 3 for sure. I just don't know the order. I actually think 3 would be the best. Like 3 and 4 side by side, I preferred 3. I still think I'd probably prefer 3 to 12, but I don't know. Be close. So yeah. Real quick reminder: we're gonna go about 20 more minutes on the raffle if you want to get in on that. And as we do that, we're gonna get into this 13th Colony Double Oaked, and then we're gonna get into some of the big channel news when we finish this up. So as a heads up, you guys are getting a preview here. This is going to be a recap. Well, you just do your thing. Do your thing. Let me talk.
Okay.
This is going to be a bit of a test to see if the results are the same today as they were yesterday, because we filmed this in a video. Because 13th Colony sent us a media sample of the 13th Colony Double Oak. They actually sent us 2 of these, so we have another one of these, and that's going to be what 2 of you guys are getting. And then we have a bottle of batch 1 which is 135.3 proof, and a bottle of the second release, which is 136.8 proof. And the media sample is 133.7 proof. So that's what we're working with here.
I have my rankings. I don't want to speak to them because we speak to them in the video.
We do. I mean, we're gonna
they all taste like they're from the same family.
Yeah. Well, yesterday when we did a video recording, one of them tasted a little different than the others.
One of them still tastes a little different than the others.
Okay.
But not too far different.
Yeah.
Why are you going so far up?
Sorry, I saw. So David said, trying to donate on Streamlabs, it's giving me anger.
Well, we don't know how old that comment was.
Well, we can see. It's like, oh, it's not. It says highlighted instead of showing me the timestamp. It's right around 9:04. So it was like 4 minutes ago. I have noticed that there's a thing with the name. Like when you put your name in there, you might have to take the space out.
So Michael Ackley was having issues. Michael, if you would want to put in the chat what you did to resolve the issues you were having, that might help other people and help us to know what to tell other people when they're having issues.
JG says this new stream program runs like Josh, 20 minutes behind.
No, Josh keeps scrolling up in the chat instead of down.
There is a verified 10-second delay, but it was like that in the other streaming software as well. So that's nothing new.
Okay, so they're saying no spaces in the name for the donation on Streamlabs.
Yeah.
So put your name all together, like a username, even if it's your real name.
Oh, man. All right, so one of these, to me on the nose, is not like the other.
Which one?
The third one.
Oh, okay. May I smell
it? 1 and 2 are both really rich. They kind of have this like cocoa, I don't know how to describe it, like cocoa brownie batter.
Okay.
Dark chocolate, double oaked type of thing going on. The third one,
I might need to take it.
The third one smells less double oaked than the others, and it smells. It doesn't even smell double oaked to me. It just smells like really good whiskey. The other two seem to have something extra on them. You may or may not like that.
I'm getting that. It doesn't smell as double oaked on glass 1. For me, glass 1 is a little bit different.
Glass 1's different. Okay.
For me.
I'm trying to put my finger. If you guys see, I put my pinky on the bottom so I don't accidentally see in the camera.
If you can read.
I can't.
Yeah,
I don't have that eyesight.
That tiny, your eyesight is way better than 20/20.
So Michael did say no spaces in the name for the donation. And then Dave said that might be why mine came through weird.
Perhaps. Yeah, that might be it.
Oh, Dave. And then PayPal. Seems to be Mike and Jay are both saying PayPal worked really well for them.
Yeah, so you can, if you go to the tip thing on Streamlabs, it gives you the option to pay through PayPal.
Yeah.
And then all you have to do is log into your PayPal account.
Spike's in here. Pat, we got you in for 3. Thank you, sir. Always appreciate the support, man.
Yeah, thank you guys.
All right, so I'm going to talk through these as we go. You've got a ranking here?
Yeah. Yes. Yes, okay. I do. Trail Nation says PayPal worked for me. Mike and Angie, same with PayPal. Looks like
PayPal might be the move.
So once you click on the link to do the tip, if you have a PayPal account, pay through your PayPal.
So riddle me this. Anybody that's had issues trying to do the donation thing, were you having issues with card and then you tried PayPal and it worked? Or has anybody tried Venmo? Has that worked? And if you need incentive, again, there's going to be 4 winners tonight. You're going to get 2 people are going to get 1 ounce samples of all 3 batches of 13th Colony Double Oaked, and then 2 people are going to get 1 ounce samples of Russell's 15 and Bardstown Discovery 12 blind.
Jason said Venmo worked great for me.
Okay.
So if you go into Streamlab, if you type in the link that takes you to the Streamlabs page, instead of paying with a debit card or a credit card, if you have Venmo or PayPal account, they also have the option for you to go directly through that, which when I tested it last night, it was easier for me. So I tested the credit card one and the PayPal one, and it was easier for me to pay through PayPal because I just had to log into my PayPal.
Yeah.
It was more streamlined.
So CJ asked, can we do a super chat and get entered? The lab thing is not working for me. So we have turned off super chats because we have recently been notified through you guys, some of you guys, that they take, it's about 52% of what you
Total.
send doesn't get to us. It goes to 30% goes to either the Google App Store or the Apple Store, and then the 30% of the remaining 70% goes to YouTube. So when you super chat, only 48% actually gets to the person you're sending it
creator,
to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and shout out to you guys for letting us know that. I think Michael S. honestly was the first person that turned us on to this. You know, he's like, can I send you just a Venmo or PayPal so that they don't take so much?
Yeah.
And I was like, I know they take a little bit, but like convenience is worth it. And then I started looking into it and I was like, the amounts are crazy.
Astronomical. Yeah.
The amounts are crazy. And then also shout out to the Bourbon Wrench. By the way, I'm sure you guys are watching Trevor's channel. If you're not watching Trev's channel, the Bourbon Wrench, he's amazing, but he's been using Streamlabs for a very long time.
Maybe we could ask him why some people are having issues and how we can help people not have those issues, because that's really frustrating as someone. You just want to like get it done and get on with your life, and when you have problems, it's really annoying.
All right, so let me speak to these real quick. I'll do this fairly fast.
Okay.
All right, glass one smells like cocoa powder, brownie batter. Very rich, very deep, very dense. For mid 130 proofs, not alcoholic at all. Hey, Dave, thank you so much, man.
Oh, thanks, Dave. You got it working.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Dave, what worked for you? Let us know. Did you have to go PayPal, Venmo, take the space out of your name? What did you have to do to get it to working? That's not a real sentence.
To get it to work.
To get it to work.
Yeah. All right. So I don't want you to belabor the point too much. I need you to kind of keep moving on.
I'm trying to buy time because glass one is still going on the finish.
Okay. Oh, Dave said PayPal was the winner.
Okay. If you had problems with card or whatever, sounds like Venmo worked for people.
Card worked for some people too.
I haven't heard. Here's what I haven't heard. I haven't heard anybody say, I'm hearing PayPal works. I'm hearing Venmo works. I'm not hearing I had problems with this, because we could deactivate whatever people are having problems with. Like, we have individual control of all those things. So I can turn off PayPal, turn on PayPal, turn off Venmo, turn on Venmo.
Keep those on.
Turn off cards.
Brandon says no spaces in the name to get it to work. So when you enter your name, no spaces.
Yeah.
Is there a way we can edit that screen to say no spaces in the name? Like, you know, the actual payment screen? Does that make sense?
I think so. Maybe. I don't know.
So that way people can save changes.
I should have already done that. Why does it ask me to save changes again?
Before you leave the page, it just wants to make sure.
Back to dashboard.
We can do this afterwards. It's okay.
Oh, okay. I can put a memo in. Yep. I can put a memo in.
That says no spaces in your name with no spaces. Yep.
All right. Where's my save button at? Okay. I got to look around because the camera's literally right there.
Okay. Hopefully that
in the middle.
Oh, wait. Did you save? Go back.
I did save it.
Go back, please. I noticed something else. I'm so sorry, y'all.
Hang on. Back to dashboard. I know what you saw. This?
No.
What?
Go down. Save changes in there. It saved it, though.
It's saved
okay.
it.
Okay.
Saved it. We're good.
Sorry. I just wanted to make sure.
All right. Paul Brogan came through. Thanks for the cool raffle. Cheers. Hooper came through with an entry, $5. Thank you so much. Cheers.
Thank you guys, I got you down.
All right. Now I'm curious, if you visit that page now, what do you see?
Do you see a message from Josh saying?
I guess I could visit the page.
You need to get to drinking so we can end this live stream on time. Remember?
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Okay.
Please enter your name in no spaces. Thanks. There you go.
Wait, there is no place for you to put your name.
Because it has me logged in.
Oh.
It's showing me right here.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So, all right. Second one again. Also smells like brownie batter. Also smells like cocoa powder. Smells like deep richness. I do think I prefer glass one on the nose. It's got more power.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't like that and you want something that, like, if 135 proof is a lot of proof and you don't like that big punch, on the nose, glass two is like a more refined version of glass one. It's just less rowdy, but I like that because it's not burning on glass one. It's just like a crazy saturation of flavor and aroma.
Okay.
Oh man, on the palate, glass two is so good.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's almost like root beer. And here's the thing. I know I'm saying some notes I said yesterday. I can't remember what glasses any of these notes apply
Which
to.
batch they apply to, yeah.
This is crazy. This is like, glass two is like incredibly alcoholic root beer. It's insane.
I'm just going to tell you right now, glass two is my favorite.
That is wild. I think I do prefer the darker profile of glass one, at least right now. But like, glass two is really good, y'all.
Oh, Josh, you have to talk about okay, you got to hurry up, man. All right. HL no Q? No, I got you.
Man.
Sorry, I'm not good with the name.
I mean, root beer, dark chocolate on glass two. Great finish. I don't think the finish is as good as glass one, personally speaking. But yeah. Dang, that's crazy. All right, let me try to catch up with chat while this thing is finishing.
Also, it didn't show Aaron. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. Yay. Got him.
Aaron, thank you so much, brother. Appreciate it.
Got you.
All right, so Lance is all over. He said, I linked my YouTube account and my Venmo, or scanned the QR code, which took a few times, but then no issues. I didn't even know there was a QR code.
That's cool.
That's great.
And then Jay saying no spaces.
Yeah. And hey, we put the memo in there now.
Yeah.
I wonder if I can turn that off and make it to where you can just put whatever you want, but who knows?
It's fine. Just keep it.
Weird. Whiskey habit. Erin must be a teacher or similar for her day job.
I don't think you want me to be a teacher. I don't think I have the patience to be a teacher.
Hey, Mike Arena's in for one. Says cheers. Cheers, brother. Appreciate you. Agent Oak says, do you get a tobacco leaf note on the finish of batch two? I kind of get that on all of them. But yeah, I think yesterday, if I recall correctly, the empty glass smelled very tobacco barny.
Can you scroll down, please, to John's question? Have you listened to Mark Broussard?
Hey, real quick, Michael, we're going to come around to this in just a second. It's our last talking point before we get out of here. John Potzel asked, have you listened to Mark Broussard's Time as a Thief yet?
I have not.
Is it new?
I will pull
it up. Has he got new music? We went to a Mark Broussard concert.
I will pull it up. I stinking love Mark Broussard. Yeah, that's one of my favorite shows we've seen all year.
John says, oh wait, John says I have to be up early.
I don't have to be up early.
Or I don't have to be up early. Go as late as you want. I clicked John while I was getting ready to click Jason. Jason said, I need Erin to run my meetings. She's keeping the schedule tight.
You got it. Yeah.
Tight.
Time as a Thief, latest release. I have not listened to it. I shall listen to this tomorrow. He's a new EP out.
Glass
three songs.
All right, so glass one, probably the most double-barreled, double-oaked of the bunch, has the most
which one? Glass
dark
two?
and rich flavors. Glass two kind of rounds some of those flavors out into more of a root beer profile. Glass three is way more fruity. It's by far the most fruity of the bunch. It's like your raisins, plums, dates. It's all the dark fruits. It's way more balanced. They all have this kind of double oaked drying element on the finish that if you don't like that, you're just not going to like that. But yeah, these are crazy. I think I have an order, but I want to be able to check it real quick.
Okay, you have an 8-minute warning.
Okay. And you guys have a 3-minute warning if you want in on this giveaway, which is going to be 1 ounce samples. Again, 2 winners for 1 ounce samples of batch 1, 2, and 3, or whatever the order is, 1, 2, and 3 of 13th Colony Double Oaked. And then there's also going to be 2 winners that get.
Jay says Aaron's watch actually works.
1 ounce samples of these 2.
No, I actually look at my watch.
So Russell's 15 and Bardstown Discovery Series 12, which if you're tuning in a little bit later, this was a very fun blind.
Yes.
To be honest with you. So.
Alrighty. So do we want to talk about what Michael had talked about?
We will. We'll do that just in a second. We cap this off. So this is going to be, consider this to be your 2-minute last call. You know, when you're at the bar and they give you a last call. This is last call for any entries into the samples that we're going to be giving away. So.
Okay. So what's your winner?
I need to check.
Joshua, you're killing me.
I like to verify for the people.
Josh.
You guys want like verified results, right? Carmen says, I've never been able to watch your live show in bed at 7 p.m. Wake up at 2 a.m. for work, but I still missed it because I was building a shed out back. Love you guys. Oh, thank you so much.
Glad you're here now.
Yeah. I got to wake up at 3:30 in the morning. So I'm with you there.
Not tomorrow, thankfully.
No, tomorrow. It starts tomorrow.
Oh, you're practicing tomorrow?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm waking up before I have to wake up.
Carmen, how do you enter the giveaway? So if you click on the link in the pinned comment, or there's a link in the description box that has it's like streamlabs.stuffandwhiskey.com/stuffandwhiskey. You can enter the donations through there via PayPal, Venmo, or a debit or credit card.
Mm-hmm.
So
John Cloud's in for 2.
Every increment of $5 gets you 1 entry. So 5 gets you 1 entry, 10 gets you 2 entries. Into the raffle.
Glass 3 is just, I'm going backwards now. Glass 3, actually, I'm going from what I think is my last to my first, which is backwards. Glass 3 is just straight up crazy stewed dark fruits.
All right, I need you to answer the question about which one you prefer.
I already know. I'm working on it. Hooper's in there.
If you already,
hey, please stop. Hooper says they all sound delicious.
If you already
have to type.
May I ask you, if you already know, why do you still need to verify?
I'm checking just to be sure.
Well, then don't say you already know.
By the way, real quick.
I'm getting antsy.
Relax. We're all good.
I got you.
I can't say the quote I want to say. I want to say a Big Lebowski quote right now. But first off, you still won't watch the Big Lebowski with me.
You're getting me anxious, bro. Stop getting off track. No one cares.
Glass 3, crazy stewed dark fruits. Glass 2, alcoholic root beer. Glass 1 is like, it's like a tobacco barn, like a dark roast coffee, or like like light roast or medium and dark roast coffee beans mixed together.
Mm-hmm.
Tom knows what's up. Oh man, glass 1 is it. Yep, I got my rankings. Easy.
Okay, what are they?
Easy. Wow. All right. Real quick. While this is finishing, Michael says, if Josh was older, he wouldn't need an alarm. He'd just have to get up to pee about that time.
He does actually have to get up to pee about that time.
3:10 to 3:30. I just can't go back to bed. That's all. All right. I got my ranking. What is your ranking?
This is my first place.
Okay. My second place.
This is my second place.
It's my first place.
And this is my third place.
Okay. So we're same on third place.
We just flip-flopped.
We flip-flopped our 1 and 2.
Which I ain't mad at that. Like, they're both good.
Yeah. So Randy said she just broed Josh. She's getting serious. You better get your act together. She also hit me with a Joshua, which I know somebody caught earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet Cindy saying, Aaron Sassy, you're in over your skis, Josh. All right.
When I get stressed, I get a little sassy. That's
our
true.
last place is batch 2.
Whoa.
Not surprised. Not surprised. It's definitely the most fruity, least double oaked of the bunch. It's fine. Like, it's good, but batch 2 has not wowed me.
So I don't think that place jives with how I ranked it in the actual recorded video that we filmed yesterday.
I don't remember.
I think my flavor, like, that just goes to show you, I don't think that was last place for me yesterday. Literally 1 day ago, we recorded a video where we did this same blind, and I don't think it was last place. I can't remember what place it was, but it was not last, I don't think.
I'll be totally honest. I don't remember.
I don't either.
Which I'm glad I don't remember.
Yeah.
I'm really being honest. I don't remember. That makes me happy because now you guys have an impetus to watch the video from yesterday.
Yeah, I truly don't remember.
Or that we recorded yesterday.
I just remember that I remember which one was your first place, and that's the only one I remember.
I remember my first place from yesterday.
Okay, well, let's see.
I remember my order from yesterday. I'm not going to speak to it.
Okay, well, let's continue.
All right. You want to go with your first or my first?
Your first.
Okay. So your first place, my second place is batch 3 that's coming out soon. So only 3,000 and something bottles, 3,500 bottles. This thing is like alcoholic root beer.
I liked it.
I am already ISO a bottle of this. It has not released yet. I'm ISO 2 bottles of this. That's crazy good.
So that means your first place.
Which means my first place is batch 1. Batch 1 it has the biggest, the boldest profile.
It does.
The most double oaked characteristic to it. It's got it's crazy. Batch 1 is just crazy whiskey.
Also, turn off the thing.
Turn off what thing?
The ticker, because the giveaway's closed, or the raffle is closed.
All right, we're gonna shut her down there, and we'll get our stuff together on our end over here.
Chapter marker. Do you have a chapter marker for giveaway? No. Oh, talk about that. Okay, you talk about that while I do the.
What's in the? Is this your computer in the corner?
Randomization.
Yeah. I'll just do that. I just did that and fix it. Yeah,
that's fine. Okay.
Yeah, batch 1 is crazy whiskey.
It's very good.
But it's rowdy and it's rough around the edges. Like, it tastes like a cowboy. And not that I know what a cowboy tastes like, to be honest with you. But that's what it tastes like. Glass, or the batch 3 that's coming out, is like a more refined version of the batch 1.
Yeah.
So huge kudos to 13th Colony for that. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. Whiskey Habit says, Josh, blink twice fast and once slow if you need rescued.
He's
and then
okay.
Steven's on your side. He said, move it along, bro.
Come on, man. All right. Talk about that, and I'm going to randomize the names for the giveaway, and we can do this giveaway.
What's our number? How many do we have?
75.
Okay. Let me pull up my randomizer. 1 minimum, 75 max.
We want to talk about the fundraiser. That's the big news that we have, and we haven't even talked about it.
All right, hang on.
Okay, I have randomized the list of names, and then we shall pick a random number, 4 random numbers from the random list of names.
I'm going to keep everybody hostage for a second because I'm going to talk about this real quick. So, in the video description, you will also see a link to... No. In the video description, you will see a link to the second line. It says charity fundraiser donations to win over 50 plus prizes. I have to update that to 70 plus.
Whoa.
Because we have that many things that have come in. It's got a link to the GoFundMe, which I will now copy and paste in chat.
It is officially live tonight, of tonight.
It is live, and this is not for any kind of sample giveaways tonight, but you will have a list that I will also share. Wait, I don't need to post it there. I need to post it here.
And then you can pin that comment.
Yeah. So in 2 weeks, we're going to be doing the giveaways that are related to this. Anybody that donates to this, it's a very near and dear cause, and we're going to talk about it a lot more on the live stream coming up. But it's a very near and dear cause to us. It really hits close to home for me. So yeah.
Yeah. So if you are unfamiliar with what we were even talking about,
yeah.
every October we do a charity fundraiser for mental health. And
yeah.
the charity that we support is To Write Love on Her Arms.
Yeah.
It's a charity that is based out of Florida, but they've got employees all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
And they
help everybody.
They
all
help
over the
everybody
place.
all over the place. And they provide direct help and support for people who are in mental health crises, suicide prevention programs, things like that. And so our actual fundraising event will be Sunday, October 6th. What's the actual event of the fundraiser? 2 weeks from tonight.
Yeah.
Sunday, October 6th.
Mm-hmm.
But
we're opening up the GoFundMe early.
account is open right now, so you can donate money for the fundraiser from tonight till October 6th, till
Correct.
the night of the actual fundraising event. With that, then the night of the fundraising event will be when we do all the giveaways with all the bottles and the donations that have been given. So that is what we have for you
exactly
tonight.
And Scott knows what's up.
For someone who started with stuff and watches, Josh has a loose relationship with time.
Yeah.
Yes,
if you want to see some of my watch photography, go over to Instagram.com/stuffandwatches. All right, that's how we got our channel name, by the way. Yep. I'm going to go ahead and real quick, as that is pinned, the fundraiser is live. If you want to donate to it, I want to really quickly just talk to you guys about some of the things that are available and how this is going to work, because if you look at the list of bottles and things that are on offer, there are some things that are in bold that say live auction. Those things are actually going to be live auctioned on the live stream, and it's really going to be, truthfully speaking, like a real auction. Going once, going twice. You know, last year we tried to put like a 1-minute timer on it or something.
Mm-hmm.
That did not work because of the live stream delay and all that. It's going to be, they're going to be bid to whatever they're going to be bid, and then when there's no more bids, we're going to go once, go twice, end. So that's the way these are going to work.
Okay.
I think we have 12. We're going to drink some really fun stuff on the live stream. We're going to be doing 12 of these live auction giveaways, or not. They're live auctions. They're not giveaways. They're live auctions. And then we, in addition to that, or overall, there's going to be 70 winners, and there's probably, because some of these are bundles, like I think there's like 2 bundles of E.H. Taylor Small Batch with Eagle Rare 10-year.
Wow.
There's there's 2 bundles of 1792 single barrel and 1792 full proofs. We're pushing close to 80 bottles, or like 80 items. There's going to be 70 winners, though. There's going to be a 2017 George T. Stagg in the live auction.
Nice.
Which is insane. That's like, I don't even know, $1,200-$1,500 secondary value. You can't buy it anymore. There is no retail value.
Wow.
That's crazy. We're going to have all of our National Barrel Company barrel picks from this year, including Sunday Brunch was quite the pick that we did. Like, it has quite the legendary reputation. So we're actually going to have 3 of those in the live auction.
Dang, okay.
So we're going to bid those up individually. We're going to have Kryptonite, Blurred Lines, 24 Kelvin Magic. All those are going to be in there. We have a Joseph Magnus cigar blend. We have and this is actually one I really want. Unfortunately, I can't bid on my own auction, but it's a 1.75 liter handle of an Eagle Rare store pick, thanks to Mike Ackley. That's a very, very cool bottle. I want that. We have a Weller CYPB, thanks to Kim and Mark Schwartz, which is amazing. We have 2 live auctions going down, and I don't know how we're going to work this out, but we'll probably just run them back to back.
You and I have not discussed this live auction thing.
Yeah, we're going to sort that out.
We need to figure that out.
We did it last year, and we know what works. We know what doesn't.
Of messy.
Right, and
we'll figure it out.
We know how to fix it now.
Okay.
So Bill Kavanaugh is donating 2 spots to you guys for him to send us and you a flight to come on our live stream.
Ooh.
On like this
and
right here.
Bill does some maniacal / diabolical flights.
Well, Bill has close to 700 bottles of whiskey, and Bill also is the MSRP king. He gets some crazy stuff. So he's going to send us a flight and you a flight if you're one of the auction winners. And here's the thing. It's going to be under his teammate thing. So it's going to be us and 2 of you guys on a team against Bill, trying to guess proof, age, all this stuff. If we win, if our team wins, us and you guys, then you two, whoever gets this on the live auction, you're going to get to look through Bill's list of inventory and get 1-ounce samples of anything he's got open.
Whoa. Which is a lot.
5 1-ounce samples. And we're talking like there's King of Kentucky's, there's
please.
Pappy's, there's B-Tax, there's all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So you're going to get a crazy selection.
Yeah.
If we win. So that's the big hiccup. So anyways, if you want to check out all of the bottles available, if you go to the video description below, the second line says charity fundraiser donations to win over 50 plus prizes at the GoFundMe link. That's where you donate. Every $5 increment is going to get you an entry. And we got Adriana at Whiskey Mountains tracking for us.
And then it will get you an entry into the
on October 6th.
The raffle that's happening on October 6th.
Right.
Not tonight.
And then it says see donated bottles at, and then there's a link to the Google spreadsheet right there.
Yeah.
Now, real quick, I want to speak to, if you're interested in the live auction bottles or experiences or whatever. Mm-hmm. By the way, I forgot to mention Justin Williams is donating. We have a October 10th. We're picking a 12-year-old rye at Nashville Barrel Company. Mm-hmm. We already got the stickers for it. It's called Next Month's Budget because their ryes are very expensive.
Yeah.
But whoever the top 2 people are that bid, no matter whatever else you win, you also get a bottle of the NBC rye, the 12-year rye.
Nice.
Justin is donating
That's
this.
Nice of Justin.
And Justin said, if I'm the top person, because he's got his eyes on some things, if he's the top person, it'll go to the second and the third person. So
cool.
There we go.
I love it.
We got a lot of fun stuff to make this fundraiser a boatload of fun.
We do.
And it's all for a good cause, because mental health affects, it doesn't matter if you're young or old. It affects our military people, our children, we
everybody. All have minds.
It doesn't matter how much.
We all need to keep them healthy.
It doesn't matter how much money you make. Doesn't matter. It's beyond the bounds of socioeconomic stuff. It's beyond the bounds of race and political affiliation and all that stuff. Like, mental health affects us all. And I'm sure we've all lost someone. You know, we're not far removed from, you know, some pretty tragic stuff happening in our lives or the lives of people that we love. And, you know, this is why this is important. We got to talk about it. We got to make sure that there's a light shined on it, because the darkness exists, but if we shine a light on it, it helps dissipate it a little bit. So that's what we're going to do. Very true. All
right. So get that chapter tab off.
All right.
And then now we can do the giveaway or the
real
raffle.
Quick,
I keep calling it a giveaway.
I missed this one very, very important point. If you donate now, you don't have to wait to donate for the live auctions. If you donate now
on the GoFundMe,
right? Let's just say you donate now $100. That $100 serves as your purse for the live auctions. So you can bid up to $100. At the end of the stream, when we do the live auction things, all you have to do is just say, here's my donation amount. Even if you had to donate 2 times or 3 times to get what you wanted, you can go ahead and donate now. You don't have to wait. Donate now to the GoFundMe. And again, that money goes into GoFundMe's giving fund, and that goes straight to Write Love on Her Arms. We do not touch that money. Very, very clean process, minimal fees, and it keeps everything clean. We don't want to be a part of it. So, but it essentially acts as your purse or your reserve to bid on things. And then you obviously
for the live auction.
Right.
Part?
So
okay.
The way it's going to work is you're going to comment in chat. We're going to say, we're live auctioning this item starting at whatever. And it's going to be an auctioneer thing. I'm not going to try to do an auctioneer voice, but we're going to do the auctioneer thing, and they're going to be bid up to whatever they're bid up to. And then at the end, when we have a winner, all you got to do is contact us, or we'll contact you. I mean, presumably we know who you are, but because of the donation, but we need to match your name with the donation. And then once we do that, that's yours. We'll connect you with the person donating that so they can arrange to be, you know, to get the thing delivered to you. So that's how that's going to go.
Awesome.
All right. So that's all the important business out of the way.
And this was the chapter tab off.
I will say real quick. Yes, let's take the chapter tab off, and we'll do our giveaway. And I will say real quick,
our raffle.
And I will say, JG said Josh must have been talking about Mountain Standard Time.
Yeah. See, it's going that way. going that way, Jay.
I will say real quick, I saw the best comment on this.
Whoa.
Maybe it was, I feel like it was Dave. I think it was Dave said that they like split the difference between when we normally get off and when we say we're going to get off. And he was guessing 9:45 Central.
I always add 30 minutes to whenever Josh tells me he's going to be done with something. And then also we need to like plan to leave 30 minutes before we actually need to. I need to tell Josh we're going to leave 30 minutes before we actually need to leave somewhere. So there's a 30-minute buffer on each end.
Aaron will Irish goodbye you in a heartbeat. I'm going to say bye to everybody and let them know that I appreciate.
I think someone made a comment about you're not from Minnesota, but you do like the best Minnesota goodbye.
That's why it's a Southern goodbye too, you know?
Yeah.
All right, we got 4 winners to pick.
Okay.
If you win this, I should have mentioned this earlier. This is going to go in order. If you're the first person drawn, you get to pick. Do you want the 13 colonies or do you want the Disco versus the Bardstown?
Okay.
You get to pick. So contact us at stuffandwhiskey@gmail.com. Email address in the video description below, stuffandwhiskey@gmail.com. It doesn't matter if you're first or last to donate to this. It's all been randomized.
I have randomized the names, and then we have the number of donations or a number of like $5 increments. And so Josh is also going to randomize the selection.
We have 75. We're going to draw this number 43.
43.
So we go down and over.
Josh.
We're good.
Lance,
hey. All right, Lance is our first winner. Let's go ahead and draw our second one.
I really don't like it when you tell me how to do things.
I'm voicing to them. 68. Real close to nice.
Randy.
Randy.
The doer of stuff.
You're getting your stuff when you come to town.
Randy, the doer of stuff. You're
all right.
Our second winner.
Third winner, number 49.
49, feeling fine. We got Lance again.
And you can win twice.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, this is based on chance and how much you donated as well. And the fourth place is number 38.
Jason Zell. Heck
yeah. All right. And Jason, by the way, Jason did the $100. So whatever he ends up with, Jason, you're going to get a flight. You're not getting, if you end up, I would assume the 13 colonies will go first because that's an incredibly hard bottle to find. But maybe people are curious about Disco versus Russell's. Jason, that was a crazy $100 donation. You're going to get a flight.
Beyond the Row wants to know what was our ranking. Well, tonight.
All right.
So two things. We have a video coming out in like 2 weeks where we did this blind. And I think the rankings for me at least, maybe Josh too, I don't know, they're different for 2024. I can't remember.
I'm not saying anything about my rankings.
Okay, I can't remember the rankings.
Let's speak to tonight.
For tonight, what were they?
All right. We both had, and I'm Beyond the Row, by the way. Jamie, if you're not watching Beyond the Row and Whiskey Row for that matter, and you're probably watching them if you're watching us, but if you're not, go check their channel out. Seriously. I'm almost sure this is correct, Jamie. Correct me if I'm wrong. You are a Batch 1 fan, and David is the Batch 2 fan. Is that correct? Please let me know. I'm a Batch 1 fan. Batch 2 is great, but it doesn't have the specialness that Batch 1 has to me. That has traditionally held up in blind tastings. Tonight was no different. Batch 2 was our least favorite of the bunch. It was like dark stewed fruit.
So she asked what was our rankings on the 2024.
I'm giving the quick recap.
How about you answer the question she asked us?
I'm doing it. Let me do the answer. It's gonna be super quick.
Okay.
Like I would literally be done by now. Batch 2 was the dark stewed fruit. Last place for both of us.
Okay.
Second place for me, first place for Aaron was Batch 3, the new batch, and that was absolutely an alcoholic root beer. It had a lot of the elements of glass or Batch 1, but it was more rounded and crafted. But to me, Batch 1 won out tonight. It was the most special of the bunch. It had the biggest finish, had the most character. It had that like dark cocoa, tobacco, barn, coffee bean thing going on with it. And truthfully speaking, the other ones just didn't have that. But Batch 3 is very close to, it's like Batch 3 is like a refined Batch 1. And those dark cocoa, coffee bean, tobacco barn notes come together in like this like really alcoholic root beer. I'm sure you guys have a sample of it.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys do.
It's so wild that we also did that flight yesterday and I don't remember.
Yeah, that testament to you. Testament to you.
All right.
By the way, JG is on top of it. Please share the link on your socials. Yeah, look, guys, we're hosting this thing, but we are just the hosts.
Yes,
okay,
this
is a community effort.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of really great fundraisers that happen in the whiskey tube space. There's some specific and personal reasons we chose mental health and this organization because it's a really good organization. Like they are 100% financials,
transparent,
and ratings wise. Like not only are they transparent, but their ratings are top of the charts as well. 100% as good as it gets as far as that goes. But there are also some personal reasons why mental health is the avenue we chose to support. We'll speak to that more in a couple of weeks. But sharing this, like these don't happen. These fundraisers and the funds that we raise don't happen if it's not for you guys donating so many bottles, experiences, all the things. Like this is really a collective community effort, and we
are all raising money for mental health. We are just the hosts of the platform that we're all doing this on.
And we would be remiss not to point out, and this is something that is not lost on us, that we are in a hobby that is a really fun and awesome hobby for all of us who are involved. But there are people who do struggle with the hobby that we're in. And a lot of time, I mean, there are times where that is a genetic thing and people might be predisposed to some problematic things around alcohol. But a lot of that stuff is the crux of the issue is actually a mental health issue, and the alcohol is just a coping mechanism for them.
Yeah.
And we want to bring awareness to that. And we want to, the community efforts of just being a part of the whiskey community is amazing, but then the community efforts to raise money for the cause is amazing as well. I just want to, I don't even know how to express my heart on this. Like it's a thing that I think, unfortunately, alcohol does get like demonized by people sometimes.
Well, and with reason sometimes. And I think we need to be sensitive to that. And I think that's why we have enjoyed, because we are in this hobby that we are in, bringing awareness to mental health. And like, if you need to step away from alcohol for a while, if you need to stop watching our channel for a while, do it.
Look, I was dealing with some stuff in the mid-teens, the like 2013 to 2015 range. I just stopped drinking altogether. Like I love this as a hobby. I love this as a bonding agent, a community social element. I had to stop, not because I had a problem with it, but because I was dealing with other stuff in my life that was, this stuff right here. This is for the good times. This is for the good times. This is for your friends, your loved ones. It's not for the bad times. It's not a coping mechanism. And it gets blamed a lot of times for a lot of problems when the root cause is actually mental health. And I'm not personally content with letting us scapegoat something that really creates a really good community when the broader problem, truthfully speaking, is something that takes a lot of bravery, personal bravery, to face head on and admit that you deal with it. And again, we're going to speak to this more in 2 weeks, but keep an eye out for communications. This is going to be posted on the community tab a few times over the next 2 weeks. Again, we have a bunch of bottels that are available.
We're very excited. I hope this year is even more, like we have more people involved than last year. I think the more awareness the more money we can raise to help raise more awareness around this topic, I think is the best.
Yeah. And I just posted in the chat the document, the Google Doc, where you can see everything that's going to be available. I urge you to check it out. I urge you to share this. Share the GoFundMe link. Here's the Google Doc. You're going to have to check the chat and click it there to see everything that's available. It's also in the video description. Here for JG, that's the GoFundMe in the chat. It's also in the video description. You can start donating now. You can apply all the funds that you donate to the live stream auctions that are going to happen on the night of. We're going to have some fun samples to taste in between the bottle. I think I kind of want to do a recap of the first year. The first year we had a pool of available and allocated blind samples. And all we had to do was just taste it and guess if it was available or allocated.
Oh, interesting.
And we were like 50-50. We didn't do great, but we didn't do poorly.
I bet we probably would still be 50-50.
That was the year that we tasted Russell's 13 double blind, and we did not like it and said it was available. And then the very next thing we tasted was rare breed, and we said it was allocated. And yeah.
Oops.
That was from the really good batches of...
the really good batches of rare breed.
2020 batches of rare breed when they had the glass shortage. But yeah, we're going to talk about all that. We're gonna taste some fun samples.
Oh,
we're gonna give away some bottles.
Kim said scroll up to read Lance's comment about his second win.
Okay.
Scroll up.
Let me do that real quick. I'm assuming Lance might be saying, well, let me not assume. You know what they say about assuming.
I don't need both.
I don't need both. All right.
We want to do one more
on the
raffle?
Well, Lance, you could get, truth be told, you could get both. You could get the 13 colony and the...
He says he doesn't need it.
All right. So I still have 1 to 75 in there.
Okay.
We'll run it one more time. Number 23.
23.
The greatest of all time.
If you are
MJ.
still watching, Dave W.
Dave W.
Dave, if you're still in the chat, you have won. So what order is he to pick?
He will be...
Lance was like second and third, right? Or first and third.
Yes.
So Dave would be third.
Yes.
Okay. So he's in the third order.
I was looking for Dave's thing in the background. Because that was like the SL dot, right? That was like the SL/ID thing.
Yeah, that was the one that came through wonky, but he claimed it. Yep.
All right. We did fix that. All right.
Yep, we fixed it.
Dave, you're in. Dave, please email us, stuffandwhiskey@gmail.com. I think that's it. We're going to talk a lot about mental health in 2 weeks. We're going to talk about what To Write Love does and why we support them and why it's such a special organization. I think the very first year we did this, we had a maybe 2,000 subscribers. We're 10 times as large now. I think a lot of people haven't heard a lot of what we had to say on that first live stream. So I think we're about due to revisit that.
Dave, you can email us at stuffandwhiskey@gmail.com.
Yeah.
And just let us know what your first pick is. And then if for some reason, so Lance said he wants the 13 colony.
Yep. So that's number one. Lance, please email us just to keep track.
Yeah, it helps us just keep things so we don't let things slip through the cracks.
There's a record.
Yeah.
There's a record.
So send that in an email as well if you can.
Yeah. So, yeah. All right, guys.
Because Josh uses his email as a to-do list.
Kind of, yeah.
Basically, which is horrible.
Kind of, yeah.
That is not good project management. I'm just telling you.
I'm not a project manager. I'm a truck driver, okay?
Okay, well, let me let a girl help you out.
A truck driver and amateur whiskey nerd. So, all right. Thank you guys, seriously, for everything that you do for us, for being here, for the support, for watching, for liking. If you haven't hit the like button yet, even hit it on the way out. It helps for rewatch purposes.
Yeah.
I will say, I forgot to bring it up earlier, but one of the things that was mentioned yesterday when we tried this new streaming platform is that the audio is way better. So hopefully that's been true on this stream as well.
Hopefully.
Because like the audio apparently was way better in this than it was, in the old streaming software. So, cool. And JG just put it, stuffandwhiskey@gmail.com. It's in the video description as well. But yeah. Appreciate you guys to the ends of the earth. You make this channel possible with the support, with the viewership, with the likes, with the comments, all the things, all the ways that you interact with the channel.
Just thank you for being here. Yeah. Honestly, like if no one watched it, we'd probably have done this for a little while, but like the community that has been built up around us and this channel and the whole whiskey tube, universe has been pretty cool to watch. The audio this time was amazing. Amazing.
Hey, they're onto something.
And Jay was like, I actually wrenched tonight. Yeah, you did. You were all over that, man.
Just pinning left and right. posting links left and right.
He is so powerful.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Okay, Josh, talk for 4 more minutes. You could be even 30 minutes over.
This is the southern goodbye. This is the Midwest goodbye.
Oh my gosh.
I just want you guys to know how much you're appreciated before we get out of here.
Yeah, and it's worth it.
Aaron would be like, and you know what? And click in stream.
No, I wouldn't.
Irish goodbye on you.
No, I wouldn't be like that.
You wouldn't. All right. Love you guys. Thank you for making what we do possible, and hopefully we make your day a little bit brighter as well. As Aaron always says, be good to each other. And until next time.
Cheers.
Cheers.